Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan. I own a screen print shop out in West Texas. Screen print and embroidery shop. Oh man, so today is mid-April and it's just been an absolute roller coaster. January, February, March, ridiculously slow. And that's okay for January and February, but March was just brutally, like ugly, disgustingly slow. And when you have full-time printers and when you have overhead and, you know, suppliers and vendors and everything, all the bills, they just start stacking up and cash just gets stupid tight. So that's kind of why I haven't posted anything in a while, because I've just been trying to, I feel like I've had my back up against the wall trying to figure out ways to bring in new customers, making sure I'm tight with my big customers, the ones that spend the most. So I've kind of just been all crazy trying to get, you know, more business through the door. And here we are in, like I said, mid-April, and we basically coming into April, we've been like absolutely slammed. So it's just like a 180, but that's like a lot to manage mentally. Got ridiculously slow month, and then the next month you're literally all hands on deck and overtime. But I think in this video I want to talk about basically what I wanted to talk about in March. Like, if you're slow, what are the things you can do to generate some new business? I'll tell y'all exactly what I did in March to help generate new business. Some of it really, you know, paid off, and it's kind of crazy how simple it can be. You just got to, you know, be willing to do the work. But, you know, if your shop is slow right now and, you know, you need to make your monthly payments and you got to do what you got to do, maybe this video will help y'all, give y'all some ideas, ultimately, you know, get y'all totally, you know, motivated and amped up. Because yes, what's going on, man? Yeah, we got a little bit more, but
How many more do y'all got?
we just got 2 more boxes, but
I got one more. I have another stop.
dude, come back.
Come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's these 2 boxes. We're just wrapping them up though.
Alrighty.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I can.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna drop these. I have 3 for you. Do you want to?
You can drop them. Yeah, you can just drop them there by the container.
Alright, I'll load these up and then I'll come back and grab the other 2.
Thank you so much. And just kind of talking about, like, if you're slow, it's probably not the economy, it's probably not the war, and it's probably not politics, because I know there's other shops that are booked like a couple months out, like, because I talk to a lot of shops, and there are a lot of shops that are slow, so it makes you feel okay, good, like you're not alone. But I also know there's shops that are crushing. So I kind of want to just talk about like what I did in the month of March to help try to generate new business, but I also want to just, you know, ultimately I want this video to encourage you to get off your, you know, your butt and do what needs to be done, because there's other shops that are doing what needs to be done, and those are the shops that are winning. So let's go ahead and dive into that right now. Hey guys, real quick, today's video is sponsored by FABRIC.INK. FABRIC is an executive coaching program built specifically for print shops like you and me. You can almost look at it, really it's an accountability group, but I kind of look at it as like a therapy group. And not a therapy session with your mom or your dad or your partner, but a therapy session with other print shops going through the same stuff that you're going through. So click the link below, check out the other shops that have joined, and click apply today to level up your shop, to level up your revenue, to level up your mindset. Quick shout out to today's video sponsor, Printavo. Printavo is your all-in-one shop management software for shops of all sizes. If you have a front-end team and a back-end team, you have to have one place that's the truth, that spoke to every single order, the work order for us that lives in Printavo. I've used Printavo for over the last 7 years of my business, and I can't imagine growing the shop that I have without it. Click the link in the description today to get 10% off your subscription. Now let's get into today's video. One of the first things I did, and one of the easiest things to do to generate new business, is tap into existing customers. And I don't only mean by trying to get them to place a new order. I mean, if they already know and they already trust you, try to get a referral out of them. One thing I did in March when I, again, felt like I had my back up against the wall, I reached out to a bunch of our customers. I simply sent a text message to a lot of our good customers that place regular orders with us, and I said, hey customer, since day one, we've grown our business off of word of mouth. And in a way to double down on that, we're giving you a $25 Amazon gift card if you can refer somebody to us who places an order ultimately. So I simply said, do you know 1, 2, or 3 people, a church, a business, an organization that could use some custom apparel, some embroidery work, etc.? And I had a lot of, people say, okay, thank you, I'll see, like like a nice message. But I had a couple messages that were like, hey, talk to this person, here's their number, right off the bat. And this other person that I got referred to, we've been in talks and doing the artwork and the mock-up for a 700 piece order, and I'm not making that up. And with a 700 piece, 2 color front, 2 color back, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I can get pretty low on that cost on that print for that customer. So I feel like I feel pretty confident that we will, after talking to the customer on the phone, that we'll land that job. And then I also had another customer said, hey, that's a great idea. Do you know this person already? And it was like a church in my town that's very big. They're building a huge new facility. So clearly they've got some money. And this is a church I've seen like my whole life growing up, and I've never gone in there to like try to get their business. She's like, you should talk to this person. She's head of the elementary there at this church. I'll connect you with her. So just like that. Again, because these are customers that already know and love and trust us. So tapping into those customers is just like step 1. Another quick thing, and I said this in my other video one time, you have to 100% look at the last 10 months and see who ordered 10 months ago. So if we're coming into May, who ordered last May, and you got to reactivate those customers because they could have easily gone somewhere else. Another thing I did here in March when we were super slow is I straight up printed 30 t-shirts to some staple restaurants in our town. Restaurants that have been around forever, that are fan favorites. People come from out of town to go to these restaurants. I printed 30 shirts for about 3 of them. I've only been able to deliver 2 of them, and both of them were like great interactions with the owner. 30 free shirts with their logo, 1 color front, 1 color back, left chest, full back. And we started talking about potential reorders of what they need and what they normally get. So that's something else I did. And then I was on a phone call with another shop, and they're just saying how much they've grown and how busy they are. And I'm like, dude, tell me the secrets. What are you doing? And ultimately, the gist of it was like the owner himself is being right there with the customer. And I feel like over the last few years, as a business owner, you delegate so you can work on the business and not in the business. But then you get farther and farther from the customer, and they're not talking to the owner, and they're not talking to someone who lives, eats, breathes this place like I do. So there in March, I made sure I looked and I said, like, who are our biggest customers that I'm not dealing with? And I reached out and got in touch with all of them. Phone calls, text messages, emails, and I made sure that they know that I'm here for them. If they need me, you talk to me. I can offload the mock-up and I can offload artwork to my team, but that back and forth with the customer, at least the big customers, your primary VIP customers, I feel like, if you can handle it, put it on your plate, you should be with that customer, holding their hand. So that's just a few random things I did in the month of March to make sure, our business is staying afloat. But yeah, coming into April, again, I think just a tick up in the industry in general. Like, we have been absolutely slammed in April. And I'll be honest, a lot of it is contract work, but I don't mind contract work. Y'all know I made a video on that already. I'm happy for it. I'm happy it helps pay the bills. Ultimately, I need my own customers and want my own customers, and we do have a lot of them, but I'm not complaining for the contract work that's coming through the door right now. And I think also a lot of contract work kind of shows like a signal to me that there is like an uptick in the industry. The sun's out, people are ordering more t-shirts and garments, so really happy about all that. But yeah, that's why I hadn't really posted a video in the month of March, because I've just been in the trenches trying to generate new business, making sure I'm focusing on the right stuff and not goofing off. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope y'all found it insightful, helpful. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you hit the like button and subscribe so you can catch the next videos coming up. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all on the next one. We'll see y'all later. Bye.